All right, hello, Capricorns. Capricorns, this is your fifth monthly message for this end of April energy as well as into May. Thank you guys all so very much. And in the description box, I will link in the previous messages as well as the consecutive ones. Next up, after unicorns, we are going to be working with the fairies and the fairy godmother. Very interesting. I always see that there is always some divine timing, some type of thing when I decide to, end the video a little shorter. And please also keep in mind, I open up for the energy of Capricorn, so this can resonate for rising sign, moon sign, Venus, Mercury, so on and so forth. So you can also check out your rising sign, your moon sign, and so on as you feel guided for clarification and guidance for individual Capricorns that are tuning in. We had a lot of beautiful oracle messages. Okay, I'm probably not going to reiterate so much of it. I did see a scorpionic energy, other Capricorns potentially. I was thinking Sag, but I didn't see that come forth. Of course, there was a lot of Aries energy. I have a few different messages. This is interesting. Okay, so in your first video, underneath some stuff, we saw extraterrestrials, okay? And with your unicorn portal, we were seeing, watching for the signs. And with Diana Cooper's Magic of the Unicorns. And you had 33 spotlighted there and 11. And there was a portal. And so afterwards, so I did see divine intervention, but I feel like it's interesting. I feel like your divine intervention is from extraterrestrials. Or something about portals or something, or time travel, or bending time and space. So the quantum field. This is like some interesting information though, okay? So let me just tell you what I saw. I did see 1229, 1223. Why I say 1223? Okay, I didn't see that, but that just came out my mouth. Let me write that one down. Hello, Capricorns. 1230. As well as New Year's Eve, 1231, and 115, Capricorns. Now, if that's aren't your birthdays, that's okay. There could still be something here for you. I saw 64, someone being 64, born in 64. 1144, like I said, divine intervention. 1030, Scorpio, and 1108, Scorpio. Also, someone being born in 90 or being 90 years old. So, in between, my husband always has something fascinating. So he's an Aries energy, and his birthday and stuff has been displayed throughout. I'm not going to tell you exactly which one, but and he was listening to, I think, is it Benny Johnson? I don't remember his last name, but he had someone from the CIA, former CIA, James Fox. So I'm getting like the X-Files and like Fox Mulder and David there, right? And James. But it was talking about like the UFOs and stuff being revealed, and even like a plane that they have on camera that it showed these three unidentified flying objects circling this airplane, this flight that was either coming from Indonesia or Thailand, and it disappearing, and it's never been found again. And also being revealed. So it's like a lot of these government documents kind of being revealed, like about, Area 51 and stuff like this. It makes me kind of think of CERN. But them having weapons that can do, well, if that's what you want to call it, a weapon. Some of the quantum field and understanding. So this is even science, right? And understanding the things that we can't see with our naked eye. And so hopefully this also helps others to understand certain things like this. Like Wi-Fi and stuff, energy. Okay. How weird. I was thinking of like the Bermuda Triangle, time traveler. I don't know what this has to do. It makes me actually think of two different songs. One comes from Trent Reznor, Taurus energy, and one comes from Maynard, and as well his whole band, right? With Adam, Danny, Justin, Alex pops in. Justin. Wow, and 50. Huh. Okay. And Adam and Danny. So Rosetta Stoned. This one talks about like, but Mayer was kind of high. I think he took some acid or something in that one. I don't know. But that's what he talks about. Um, and then Trent Reznor's The Warning. Okay, The Warning. You could feel it deep inside. We heard her cry. So very interesting because we also have the King of Wands in reverse. We have the Page of Swords in reverse. So someone has been doing some stalking, spying, and even slandering or gossiping or trying to learn something. King of Wands in reverse and King of Cups both came in reverse. So this is dealing with some masculine energies that are in their, they're not in their highest potential. And they're still in their fear factor. That's what I'm calling it, fear factor. Remember old Joe Rogan and Fear Factor? What a time. Oh my gosh. Anyways, they're being controlling, abusive. We're gonna see. Okay, we also have the Five of Wands energy. Now this could be some stuff that you've dealt with in the past. Okay, we have a Queen of Coins upright. Okay, so that can represent you feminines. Okay, or another. I don't know who's tuning in. Okay, so if you're a masculine tuning in, maybe you're connecting with this feminine or this luxury, because she is in abundance and wealth, and she is shining brightly. She's like the magical unicorn. With business, what do we talk about? With business, unicorns are those things that the unicorn companies, right? Like just that boom out of nowhere. But what I do see is someone trying to compete or fight with somebody, because we have the Five of Wands. And there is some magician energy. So almost like weird spiritual, or because you also in the very beginning, so there could be interlinkings with your very first video with the graffiti, because you had this illusionary magician manipulator, okay, trying to manipulate something like bending time and space. I don't know, but they're doing it out of greed or to manipulate someone. I was also seeing that this person may see you as even an emperor energy, a boss energy, or a masculine energy. See you. So this is for different people, different messages. This was interlinking a bit with the Anne Stokes Legends Tarot, as I broke that down with the symbols as well. So this may be a whole different dynamic, but there seems to be always some connection or interlinking. Okay, and that's what's being brought back up into my mind regarding this. It's getting hot, man. Oh man, it's getting hot. The heat is on the streets. All right, I got my coffee again. I'm continuing down this journey here. It was like they actually see you as something that is out of this world, okay? Extraterrestrial. And they have this desire to try and control or something. So this is why you also have third eye. And if you notice, she also represents High Priestess energy. She's in two different forms right here. She's in her unicorn, her original form, and then she's in her feminine form, right? After she has been transformed. And you can see her third eye chakra. That's where the horn is, right? Really tuning in. But there is a third party energy here doing some type of manipulation to cause chaos, to cause, confusion or argumentation, to cause some sense of competition or fighting. Okay, let's begin. I'm going to read a little bit of a snippet out of the book here. John and James. How interesting. Okay, I'm going to bring the camera down. All right, Capricorns, let's begin. And justice was there, so justice will prevail. Page of Wands was there as well. Somebody maybe wanting to learn more about these things and actually putting something into practice. Okay, someone had a lot of ambition for that, okay? Okay, let's see. Um, let's go to this Queen of Pentacles. I have Wands here, so I'm going to start with the Page of Wands. Yeah. Let's start with the page. The Five of Wands is there too. Okay, so let me start with that. Mabruk, the magician's magician, has just been replaced. So this is also, oh. Okay, so let's look at this in like, worldly things. Let's say so for example, in your job, in your work, right? Whoever was your boss, your management, the person who's teaching or a mentor or a guide, or so the magician's magician has been replaced. Okay, so then now we have an apprentice taking forth. Now this older, because that magician has a long beard, right? So this is almost like a weird battle where they're trying to actually, he's definitely in his ego. If we want to talk it, like, he has a little tiny stick. Interesting. Where the other one has a scepter. Okay, so it's like he's being, maybe this person is being replaced, so you're maybe getting a raise or a bonus, or something in your career sector where you have someone being replaced. So the person that was originally in that, that was their position, this is the person that might be trying to cause some type of confrontation or fighting. Okay, here we go. Marbrook, the magician's magician, has been replaced, but he will not be dismissed as easily as that. He guards the four spears behind him, representative of his years of service, and holds his own personal staff aloft as a fifth weapon. Interesting. They all shine brightly in warning as he readies an attack. Since he bars the way to their goals of entering King Haggard's service, a confused Smendrick and determined Amalethea must stand united against him. Her star-like mark gleams in preparation to counter his magic, as a tense fog of distrust rises between them. You're embroiled in a conflict that is stifling your ability to be successful as you had wished. This is a person who is potentially, and it could be that they're actually slandering or smear campaigning. Because they lack self-love. And even about what you're doing, right? Ascension flames, merging the light, merging with the light, igniting keys and codes. The key codes. The light codes, light language. Very fascinating. Okay. The situation may merely require discussion to clear up any misunderstandings, or you may simply be vying against each other in a healthy competition for the same reward. So maybe this is a healthy competition, okay? The key will be to focus less on your competitor's weaknesses and more on your own strengths, and to avoid obsessing over winning. All right? Queen of Pentacles. All right. And you did have that someone wasn't defending or protecting your honor, or protecting something, or protecting their home, their family. Because you also are underneath this King of Wands. So this person has not really changed. Okay. 23. 13. 423. Something during that time. So it is, like I said, it's the 18th day. Honor your uniqueness and do what feels good. Right? And this to me looks like a 10 of Cups energy. Soul satisfaction. Happiness. And this is the person trying to squash that or cause some type of, they want to stir, they want to stir the pot. They want to cause some type of contention. Now, I've dealt with people like this for sure. They could be family, friends, acquaintances, neighbors, co-workers, ex-people in your life, wanting to Yeah, disrupt. I feel like getting stir the pot. Okay, to give you guys, I haven't used this at all. Okay, I have a little thank you, guys. Thank you. Thank you. It says do tell. Do tell. Stir the pot. Stir the pot. This is a game. Let's flip it. Oh, it says don't tell. So in this dynamic, you don't tell. Wait, heads or tails? We flip the coin. So in this, you don't tell them. Okay. Okay, so don't tell them something you're doing. I'm going to grab a stack of this. I got this. Okay, who has the hardest personality to adjust to? These are going to maybe give you guidance or clarity about who this is in your life. Okay, this is even, and who has the shortest attention span? ADHD. And the hardest personality to adjust to. I also see who gives off the biggest theater kid vibes. All right, I don't even know. You guys, I haven't used these for a while. Stir the pot. But let's not tell. Let's High Priestess this energy. Okay, I'm going to throw some stir the pot cards out there. I haven't used this for so long, guys. All right, here we go, Capricorns. All right. Whose room do you think is the messiest right now? It fell on this King of Wands. Okay. Who rebrands themselves the most? And who knows the most about you? Very interesting. Who comes the least prepared? And who is the most judgmental? These are interesting. So when we played this game as a family, this was really interesting because you literally either everyone looks at the person that they think and or they point at the person. So this causes, sometimes these games cause a little more disruption, don't they? Okay, I don't know. I'm gonna set this up here. Who rebrands themselves the most? And whose room? Capricorn, is it yours? Let's get one more. One more about this moon and this Page of Wands energy. Just one, please. Whoa, okay, it's giving me two. Who do you think you are the most similar to? Right. Like, so we have a Page of Wands energy. So maybe that is even like, you know, following the footsteps, or this person, you or them, you're really, you have similar skills, similar outlooks, similar. Okay, the moon. And who are you most likely to see in hell? I'll see you in hell. Oh, Lordy day. I'm sorry, I gotta laugh at that shit right there, okay. Who? Oh my gosh, I see Virgo energy. Who is the grandma and grandpa of the group? The grandma and the grandpa of the group. Okay, weird. All right. We flipped a coin. We're playing a game here. They want to play a game? Let's play a game. Time to play the game, says Jim and Motorhead. Okay. Okay, here we go. Seven of Wands was in reverse. Says this person didn't defend or protect. This King of Wands in reverse. Some feel like someone did not protect their home, their family, their peace of mind. This person is coming in trying to be, yeah. All right. So we also have, this is a younger energy, being a novice, an apprentice at something. This could actually be, if you have children, this could be your own child. This is a, or your own inner child. Sagittarius, Aries, Leo energy. But this is action time, okay? This is also a little Gemini energy. Smendrick holds a book of magic in one hand and a luminous wand in the other. His index finger is raised in a gesture of confidence and ambition expression. The open book sparkles with promises of knowledge and power, and in diligence towards his studies, he has marked multiple pages for reference. Do you have a book with multiple pages for reference? maybe there is one of these quantum physics or quantum books. I used to have this other one, the Taurus, Taurus. It looks like the whirlpool and the energy. There's some books, like, I got rid of them and I kind of want them back. Maybe you lent this book out to somebody. A book with bookmarks. All right. Diligence towards his studies. He has marked multiple pages for reference. The salamander represents in his tome's cover, and the fiery hues in the forest behind him hint at an upcoming transformation. A reptile must shed its skin to grow, and so too can new life be found in the ashes of the old. Though he is considered just a smendrick or an ineffectual fool, he never wavers in his desire to improve and learn. A plethora of creative ideas are currently swimming round and round your mind, and you see the potential in all things. Right now, you are in a frenzy of brainstorming, unhindered by the confines of reality. Be excited at your prospects and open-minded towards new experiences. Someone who is willing to teach would be a welcome addition in your life to assist you in your transition from novice to master. Wow. And you have mastering, 33, cosmic sapphire, speaking, writing, communicating, justice. Okay, King of Cups in reverse though. Okay. That's beautiful. Now this King of Wands in reverse, let's see what it says. Someone may hold the position of a leader, but not yet fully grasp how to truly lead. You or them may need to improve your ability to communicate and delegate, or your ambition may have made you aggressive and arrogant, or they have. Right. They're being given this opportunity to be a leader, and they still don't understand what a good leader is. They think it is by controlling, by domineering, by harsh words, or bullying, or feeling like they're going to beat someone up or something like this, right? Instead of recognizing that a true leader, I said this in your other ones, helps others fulfill their dreams, fulfill their goals. It's not a push you down so I can get up. Okay. A legacy. Okay. So you or them may need to improve your communication and delegation. And that's what I'm saying about communication around the house. So let's take, for example, if this was an emperor, okay, this could even be a brother, a sibling. This could be how you're coming off. I don't know. It could be a father, I guess. He's definitely not an emperor status though, because we have the home, the family there. So understanding delegating and saying, all right, to take care of this home, someone needs, someone has to kind of lead and be like, all right, we're going to do this project. We're going to clean this up. We're going to, do this around the house. We're going to go outside and all work together as a team and and delegate and say, well, and they're all kind of like, I'm getting whistle while you work. They're enjoying their time. He's raking. She's doing, there's a rainbow. Like, they're in this honor your uniqueness and do what makes you feel good. Your soul satisfaction. What satisfies your soul? Okay, with this Page of Swords in reverse, this is somebody who could be totally stalking or gossiping, okay? Or they're trying to learn something. This could be that somebody is new at something, and so you have an older person, because with the wands and then the page, and they could just be a little older than you, or they, and they could be bullying and demeaning somebody because that's not the right way to do it. You're not doing it right. My way. I had a deep past life regression that took me to a place, and I don't remember who this was. But with one of my, actually, it wasn't a past life regression. It was something completely different. I don't even know how to explain. But there was a sense of, when was the first time you felt this emotion? And so they took me through memories of, being a teenager and spilling some spaghetti on the carpet and being in this fear that, my mom was going to freak out. I'm just telling you, giving you an example here, all the way deep to me feeling like a person who is much bigger than me, and like domineering like a black shadow, and he and like really putting me down and being like if you can't do it the way I tell you to, then you're worthless, something like this. Domineering, I don't know, it was weird. And I think it weirded those other people out too. They were like, because I don't even know how deep I went. And I used some weird stuff. It was probably like Scientology. Who fucking knows? It was in my Sedona um, retreat, Sedona Soul Adventure. And I met this amazing couple. Um, and that was the first time I actually felt unconditional love from strangers. Actually, well, like, oh, and Ron was one person's name, actually. He was a Capricorn, even. Okay. And then his wife, a Cancer, or no, Cancer sign, Aquarian. Um, and he, like, literally was saying that, like, I love you unconditionally. And we did a little ceremony where we all had our own keys. I don't know how to explain. You visualize these things, okay? You need to learn how to open that up. And if you don't have this, where if you're reading a story, you can visualize it in your head. That's how you're activating, like, even your creative part of your brain. And sometimes that can be challenging. um but some people are more open than others with that. um what am I going to say with this? But we had these little, literally, I don't know, we were holding them in. I seriously think that they do something like this in Scientology. I don't freaking know though, okay? But these little things we were holding in our arms, and they would pulse measures for our brain activity, and they explained that it would circulate this little electrode and get the brain activating. And then there was more of like a guided meditation, like, to take you in. It was really interesting. And then we all shared. My husband shared, I shared, to go deeper and deeper. And it was really crazy where he went. So this was a whole different dynamic of taking you into your psyche, your brain waves, okay? The memories that are of past lives, even, okay? Because this was definitely not something I experienced in this life. Okay, some people just, they don't want to believe. They're not ready for it. If they're not ready for it, then this wasn't their time to do this work, okay? That's what we also have to accept. One thing I've learned that's very different from religious. You get Christians, you get the Mormons, you get the missionaries, you get all of these, even Jehovah's Witness, and they're always knocking on doors, trying to, like a fucking door, like a salesman. And people who are tuning into, the spirituality, and certain things like that, they're going to seek out these mentors. Those people don't go knocking on your doors and telling you or asking you to join. Isn't it very weird? Very weird. So that's the other thing of understanding, like, and allowing and trusting, especially if you're doing this type of work or something like this, that they come to you. You can, of course, let it be known that you do this work, that it is, your passion, your skill, or it literally could be that you're wanting to learn more about it. And even about worldly affairs, like maybe someone is really interested in understanding, the laws and regulations and, things like that. All right. Oh my goodness. Okay. So let's see what this Page of Swords has in reverse. It's really interesting. It says to be mindful of being all talk but no action, or coming across as a know-it-all or a gossip. So it could be that this person that's what they could be doing. All right, especially Ace of Cups in reverse. So someone who lacks self-love, who doesn't even have relationship in their life, trying to give other people advice on relationship or about that's such a hypocrite right there. Being a know-it-all or a gossip. That's what I'm saying. I don't think this is you. This is always we know ourselves, right? The most efficient use of your energy would be to focus on one task of high priority rather than flitting from idea to idea. Try not to let fear the public's opinion. Try not to fear the public's opinion if you have something sincere you wish to say but are holding back. You deserve to be heard. Wow. All right, and now we're going to the Queen of Coins energy. And it's beautiful that she's upright. How peculiar is the unicorn? She's a creature comprised of both earth and magic. Rumors say she resembles a number of beasts. Yet her gaze cannot truly be captured in words alone. In the depths of the wild woods, surrounded by flowering bushes of lilac and heather, the unicorn basks under the radiant light of the coin that illuminates and nourishes all below. The still pond she lounges beside reflects the inner peace of her soul and her connection to her emotions. She is resplendent in her majesty, and her fortune is amassed all around her in the form of life itself. All aspects of your being have come into harmonious alignment, for you have learned to harness both your practical and your creative side. Yes, so you have this balanced brain. You have an intelligent mind, a nurturing heart, and an earnest spirit that have come together like the colorful threads of an expertly woven tapestry. It's important to you that you remain independent whilst balancing both your professional and personal lives. There may be someone in your life who exhibits these qualities that can lend you support and advice when you are in need, right? Maybe this is even someone trying to compete with you, or a healthy competition, a battle of wits, you might say. Who knows the most about you? Whoa, double time we have the Magician. This is someone maybe trying to manifest this. What is someone manifesting? Oh, this is a master manifester, the Magician. Okay, this person knows a lot about you, or you know a lot about them. This person could be a single person, financially stable, having extra money. Or someone is trying to manifest being a stable, independent, single person. Once again, this King of Wands in reverse could be that. Okay? Or having extra finances. Maybe someone is single. Someone is trying to create someone. And this could also be, if it's not single, 1-7 Capricorn and 51 or 5-1 Taurus. We have the Queen of Cups in reverse too, dude. So it's almost like, regardless if you're dealing with a Cancer or a Pisces feminine, someone, once again, heavy in their emotions, this could be someone trying to emotionally manipulate or play a victim. Okay, 9 of Coins. This is having extra finances. And once again, she's looking once again at this butterfly, at this transformation. No, this is even having just extra finances, extra money. 1-9 Capricorn. Queen of Cups in reverse. And we have a Queen of Swords up right now. Mama Fortuna. So Aquarius, Libra, Gemini energy, but now we have that full moon. And she's pointing at someone from the past. I share this one a lot. And reminding you or warning you, remember these certain things, because this person is trying to cause some type of confrontation or compete with you. And to see things clearly. Her magic is powerful. She also recognized in this book, the harpy, which represents the Virgo energy or the Pisces energy. That person has vengeance and hatred in their heart. And I feel like that came through as well with one of your graffiti cards. So she is her sword of truth. The moon gives her power as well, okay, to see through the veil. Someone is the magician upright is great. So this could also be a Gemini feminine reminding you. I just see her looking back at the past. Like, don't tell this person, what you got going on, because they think they're in a competition with you. We have strength in reverse. Someone could also be fearful, or someone is trying to manifest somebody to back down. Strength in reverse, the Leo energy in reverse. Someone is not feeling strong physically. I just see him as someone trying to do something to weaken. Okay, this Queen of Cups in reverse. This is you're being successful. Someone is trying to, this is what your goal could be, or Queen of Swords, a magician. Okay, I'm going to read Magician for you. And Queen of Swords. Wielding control over all the elements of his surroundings, Marbrook is the magician's magician, bending the forces of the universe to his purpose. His staff is the physical representation of his level of mastery over the magical forces. These are two. We have a witch and a warlock, if you want to call it that. That both possess these abilities. Queen of Swords and the Magician. This makes me think of like the Sword and Stone and like Merlin and the other witch, and them shape-shifting each other and doing like that battle. Sword and the Stone, or Arthur, something like that. Okay. Okay, so this is his level of mastery over the magical forces, the culmination of discipline, skill, and creative power. Mystical energy swirls around him, conjuring and controlling the four elements. I always see this as having Ace of Cups, Ace of Swords, Ace of Pentacles. So this person has the ability to, of all the elements, he has the wisdom, the knowledge, the words, he has the love, the self-love as well. He has the financial backing. And he has the passion and the energy and the vitality to move forward, to do this, to maybe be single, okay? And it doesn't have to be that you're going to be single, but having extra finances. And Nine of Pentacles energy is living, having savings, so you can use that for luxurious items, like going on vacations. And so you're living above, not just like paycheck to paycheck, so there's never any extra money to like go on vacation or buy nice things. He has the ability to actually manifest this by believing and taking the action. Okay, this is definitely about money as well, too. Okay. The present situation is in your control. Cycles can be broken or changed, and new ideas can reach physical reality with the application of yourself. Your success is created, not bestowed. Weird. I got that other thing about, like, one of them said, you're not just lucky. I think this was from the Charmed Intuition. You create your own luck. Clever. Legendary or ledgerman can get you what you want, though it might appear to be tricks to others. a powerful representation of skill and dominance. The Magician serves to remind you that your chosen purpose is also one that requires commitment. Clear the field of play of distractions and focus on your goal. You have all the power you need if you just dare to use it in furthering your goals, right? And this may be the goal of what you're trying to create and manifest for your soul satisfaction. All right, but as she looks over here, we do have, and this might be at the end of the month or into, you know, that moon cycle into May's energy. We have a King and a Queen of Cups in reverse. And it could be that they're in heavy emotions. It's like these people are like mimicking each other. I don't know, similar to each other. This could be a couple that's both in playing a victim. I've got to say it. Heavy in their emotions, emotionally manipulating, feeling like a victim. There could be intoxications with these energies, and they don't have to be water signs, but they most likely have it prominent in their chart because she can detach emotionally with this Queen of Swords. It's not that she doesn't care, but she sees through emotional manipulation. Okay. The Star could be an Aquarian person. I don't know. Could be Libra. And once again, that doesn't have to be an air sign. All right. Let's see. The Swords. I read this one in almost all of them. I like it because she keeps coming out. Mama Fortuna is unfazed as the winds of change buffet around her. And this could be a little bit of past energy, like I said, at that full moon in Libra's energy, that pink full moon. Or because we have a lot of moon energy. You guys could be a moon Capricorn or an air sign moon even, or rising sign Gemini. I'm getting a lot of Gemini. But could be Aquarius or Libra too, okay? The Caged Harpy. The Caged Harpy watches with murderous eyes, looking for any weakness to capitalize on. The Witch bears a crowned sword, indicating her mastery. You have two different masters here. They're a master at their craft, at what they do. You're them. Yeah. Her mastery in the matters of her mind, as well as her ability to pierce through the veil to seek the truth of things. She knows that one day Celiano will kill her, but she is shrewd and has plans to keep the harpy enthralled for as long as possible. Her corvid, excuse me, someone wants to like block that communication. Her corvid, which is a blackbird, a black feather. All right, could be a crow, could be a raven. Could just be a blackbird. Could be a magpie. Her familiar is a creature of intellect and magic, both arts that she is well disciplined in. The moon allows the witch to see the situation at hand with cold clarity, the fullness of it mirroring her power at its height. You, or them, are someone who makes decisions with your head rather than your heart, making it difficult to be fooled, though. Your relationships are based more on intellect than empathy, but that does not mean you do not care. Seek the truth in all things, and others will respect your perspective on matters important to them. If people wish to get to know your gentler aspects, they will first need to earn your trust if they can get over your intimidating demeanor to begin with. All right. And then where we have this 9 of coins, you know, that is what someone is trying to create and manifest for themselves, right? You or them. The butterfly perched atop Lady Amalethea's extended hand leans forward as if in delightful conversation. He is a spirited nomad and a collector of stories and poems. Okay, I love the butterfly actually also represents the world card here. Okay, and in the very first time I ever had this deck, it was like in the very beginning, it represents Peter Beagle actually. But let's think of how this has also interlinked with Alice in Wonderland as well. And we have the caterpillar and the butterfly. Your first unicorn as well was about the butterfly. The moth even. That seems to be like weird. My brain, I say moth, and why does scary stories pop in? Mothman prophecies? That's creepy. It's because we got some scorpionic energy here. Okay. 1-9. And David Bowie. Okay. He is a spirited nomad and a collector of stories and poems. A creature who comes and goes at his leisure. This is a quiet and comforting domain full of fertile greens and flowers aglow with the ephemeral twilight that has settled upon the vicinity. Here, worries melt away, and the maiden is allowed a moment of respite in her own private sanctuary, a veritable garden of paradise. A plethora of pleasure is at your fingertips. Wealth in excess has been acquired due to your diligent efforts and desire to be self-sufficient. Reward yourself with leisurely activities that brighten your heart. And that was also in the Unicorn Oracle. Not a demon. It's not a demon. And it mentioned doing nice things for yourself. There is no shame in pampering yourself from time to time. You may be feeling strongly attuned to nature as of late. Finding time to spend outdoors will keep your spirit thrumming with light and laughter. Remember, slow down and smell the roses along the way. And it seems like, and then you get another person. And it may just be, maybe you're even getting into, I don't know, the emotions of it with the moon in reverse. So, and your opposite pulling, but also Pisces or Scorpio. Let's see what the Queen of Cups in reverse. Now, you already had the King of Cups in reverse. It's like this person is sad about your ambition and they're trying to get attention, or they need to work on their own self-love and master over their own emotions so that their emotions don't control them. They control their emotions. Where are we going? Cups, where are you at? All right. You do have 10 of Cups underneath that, the death. So someone is like, they don't want things to change. I don't think, this is also, these are things that you're doing now. Like, someone could add a close call. That's created an awakening of what's important in life. Okay, Queen of Cups reverse. This is you or them. Your desire and instinct to nurture may be hindering your own levels of energy. Fences make good neighbors, and so putting your fences up from the neighbors, and so too will be good boundaries. Good boundaries make good friendships as well. If your relationships are becoming overly entwined and you find yourself giving more than you're receiving, it would be wise to find other ways to lend support without causing undue harm to yourself. So it could also be that somebody else is heavy in their emotions, or you could be even intuitively sensing this, okay, or getting intertwined in someone else's shit that is not yours. And Grandma and Grandpa could be telling you this, okay? Who is most likely to put their kid on a leash? Like, literally, that's what it says underneath there. Grandma and Grandpa of the group. Who's the grandma or the grandpa of the group? Okay. As we go, let's keep going on. Strength in reverse. Oh, 4 of Wands in reverse. So, once again, this is someone feeling depleted. Okay, like they're feeling kicked out of their home, or they're not taking action. There's disharmony in this home. And if for some of you, it's a Leo, because that King of Wands in reverse and the strength, it keeps coming forth. Okay, someone, it's leaving, it's like they're not doing any work. They're not helping. And it's leaving a heavy burden on this other person, or these other people are carrying heavy burdens. This King and Queen of Cups in reverse. The time. What time is it? 49:49. That might be specific. And I see 4:10. Aries energy, something about that time even. We've also got 84. Someone could be born in 84 or 84 Leo. You have the Nine of Swords in reverse with this Queen of Swords, this Empress in reverse. Oof. So for some of you, you could actually have a mother figure. Wow, and the Chariot in reverse. Okay, a mother, a grandmother. This could represent the feminine energy, okay, or a wife, a mother who is feeling really depleted. She's full of fear. She's actually not really being a good leader. I get this weird thing of, oh my gosh. You can have, they're Leos. You have a Leo mother, or that they're feeling, what is this called when it's like battered wife syndrome? Where they're like, it's our fault. Oh, don't be mad at your father or your dad here. Uh, we deserve this. I don't know how to explain. I've witnessed it in when I was younger. I remember going to friends' houses and seeing how the energy would change when dad came home. Everyone was walking on eggshells, even the mom. And it was really weird. And they were like this Italian family, and they acted like they were really good Mormons. And he ruled with fear, not love and compassion. This can also represent a feeling abandoned by a mother, a grandmother, or kind of this. I just see her as feeling really weak, and full of anxiety and fear. Maybe she can't even sleep. Whoever this feminine is, she is. And it doesn't have to be, an actual mother or grandmother, okay, or a wife. She could be, she's definitely older or has children, or she's unabundant and has none, but she just feels depleted. That's what and full of fear and scared. But sometimes this is about she has abandoned issues or something, or she did, like, she's afraid to take this move or take this trip. Someone can't move on. Maybe they're feeling very unloved. We're trying to see the higher perspective here. With the Four of Wands in reverse, someone can't move, can't take this trip, can't drive, can't take this travel. They can't travel towards you. Okay. Why is a Chariot in reverse? We have the Chariot and the Empress on the Four of Wands in reverse with the 9. She could also be a Virgo, or she could be very old. She could be 93. I also see that 34 and 37. 93 is there twice. Huh. It could just be that she's a little more frail. And actually needing some help. Needing to ask for help. Okay. I do want to read the Strength in reverse, because we have the Strength in reverse right underneath that. Okay. Now is the time to check in with your strength. You or them. Is it your servant, or are you a slave to its force? Are you using your strength to the best of your abilities, or are you abusing it and using it without the proper guidance or moral compass? Perhaps your strength has given you cause to overexert or to leave you vulnerable. Consider rebuilding your strength or taking time to withdraw and rest for the fight. Whoever this Empress is, if you're feeling this way, feminines, you need to rest. There's a lot of fear and anxiety, insomnia. Some of you could have feel abandonment issues of a mother or a grandmother. Okay. not getting what they were wishing for, not getting the love and appreciation, even from a mother or a grandmother, or the mother feels that way. She needs help around the house. Someone else isn't helping. Maybe she's just feeble and weak. I mean, death in reverse is coming up next, and it's over here. Scorpionic, right? There's 913, so I do get a lot of Virgo energy as well. This is a time of personal upheavals and purging and transformation of yourself or your surroundings. Old relationships might not serve you, while stagnation awaits if you oppose the changes at work and fight to hold on to them. Embrace the change, embrace the coming change, and see where the road leads you. So maybe there is a change in, your living, your home. Like, there was a time where I was, I think back, like, my mom lost her job and went out of business, and we had to move. So I was always being uprooted and not really feeling like I did have a firm foundation or stability, like a place to truly call home. If someone does not want to take this move or trip or, travel somewhere, someone feels very satisfied and happy where they are. Maybe they can't, maybe it's too much to take on. The moon in reverse. Understanding might be a little murky and hard to come by at the present moment. Voices from within and without might be conflicting, making the way forward unclear. Don't run from your problems, but this might be a good time to record and reflect on what's happening. Put a pin in it to come back later when the mists have cleared and you can revisit it again with some better clarity, because someone feels like there's a lot of heavy burden. These people feel very heavy emotions. They feel like they're doing a lot of work, or they're in a victim mentality, or they're, feeling sad for themselves, heavy emotions, and leaving the work to somebody else. So when someone is depleted, then they can, overwhelmed. I'm just gonna say, when I felt overwhelmed by shit, dude, I would totally, I shut down, I cry, I stop. So, imagine no one in the house is helping, and there is all these little children or grandkids or whatever, and there's mess after mess. It's and laundry and cooking and cleaning, and because we got the home here, so that's why I'm talking about this. And it becomes it doesn't matter how much you do. You clean up one mess and turn around, there's another one. Someone has left someone else is doing all the work. A heavy burden. Okay, Four of Wands in reverse says, if you have doubts in the past, you may have finally reached a state of harmony, though. It may also be that you prefer to keep smaller milestone celebrations of private, personal affairs and are waiting to complete your goals before announcing your progress to others. Should there be tensions in your relationships or upheavals in your stability, you might be feeling uncomfortable, but these are important transitions necessary for your growth. And then there's a lot of work to be done. Empress in reverse. Overly focusing on others can come at the cost of your own strength. In reverse, this might indicate self-neglect or an inability to connect well to the people or events around you. Relationships might be confusing or unsettling, and clarity might be blocked by your inability to ground in a safe way. You might be doubting yourself, and it might be hard to find any sparks of excitement in the day-to-day aspects of life. Return to a position of strength. Before you try to help others, it might be straining your resources until you do. Now, this specific, if you feel like you are this Empress energy, or having an understanding even, because check that out here. The Ascension, merging with light, 927, Libra, 9-5, Virgo, 5 of Coins, feeling pushed away, lack mentality. Okay, also feeling unloved, disconnected, feeling and maybe she's even bitter or gossiping or angry because someone is trying to manifest, right? Like I said, to be financially stable and feel good. But I'm also seeing someone else trying to break a person. I don't know how to So if you're a stay-at-home parent, you might not have income. Maybe you can become codependent on somebody else, right? Or even a child is codependent upon their family, their upbringing. I'm getting just that this feminine feels very depleted, and empty. So it even was saying something about making sure that you're taking care of yourself, that your glass is full. So this person can be just, right? And that Nine of Swords in reverse. Oh, but we also have the Chariot. It's like somebody, you can't take this trip or move until someone does this self-love work and heals and rests. All right. We have the Chariot in reverse. So yeah, your enemy is proving harder to defeat than you had thought. Possibly you're losing motivation or having a hard time seeing things through. It's time to rethink your plan of attack and take stock of what elements of the situation are actually in your control. Readjust and think of the bigger picture when deciding how to proceed. All right. Well, now we have that Nine of Swords in reverse. Sometimes I see this as finally getting out of that fear and getting a good night's sleep. But I don't see that that's what happened here. It could be that it's even more extreme with the Nine of Swords. Fear has possibly paralyzed you or them. Now, this could be you or them. I don't know. Fear has possibly paralyzed you to inaction, preventing you from seeking help or being able to progress. Evaluate which fears are valid and which ones are irrational. Once you have realized that your situation was not as hopeless as you believed, you can begin recovery. Very interesting. So fear, the acronym, means false expectations appearing real. Sometimes this can happen. Okay, I've seen feminine energies, and I'm sure masculines can do it as well, but I've seen where they actually focus on everybody else and neglect themselves. And it is because they don't want to do the work on themselves. Or it's somehow a way to justify or blame others. I'm just being real, of why they can't. But someone has taken on a heavy burden. All right? That Ten of Wands energy. Well, someone else is a single person and they can't understand that. Now, can they? All they have to take care of is themselves. They don't have others to worry about taking care of. And so how do they have room to talk? That's Ten of Wands. That King of Wands in reverse even. Where's this Ten of Wands? It's upright though. So it says the burden of the unicorns has captured. He has captured, weighs heavily on King Haggard's mind. Their brilliant horns sparkling as they ride the crest of the waves, as if to lunge free from their prison. He stands before the ominous clock and its insidious gargoyles, as if to defend the path to the Red Bull's lair, knowing that another could find the king's way and undo all his efforts. And the Red Bull is the King of Wands in reverse. He's trying to control people with fear and dominate and put them down. And King Haggard has all these unicorns, and he knows that time is ticking because he's taken on too much responsibility. This could be even business opportunities. Okay. It's like literally there's too many stuff going on that he can't handle it all. 10 wants, 10 creative passions that are actually making the energy, instead of having this one wand and focus, it's causing depletion. I'm feeling overburdened. That's why these people are in the upside downs in their feelings and their thoughts and their thinkings. My stomach making noise here. Okay. It says recently you have, or them have taken on additional responsibilities or particular heavy burden that is weighing you down. Okay. Your situation is only temporary and your hard work will pay off in the end. For your dreams are within arm's reach. Be mindful that you do not overextend yourself by doing everything at once. Prioritize only the urgent tasks and ensure you get the rest when you are able to. So prioritizing, right? And delegating with the people that live in your home, your family, even if it's roommates. You know, it's completely, it's when you are just, it's just you. Yeah. Because we all make messes. Life is fucking messy. I'm always like, you need to learn how to clean up after yourself. If everybody just cleans up after themselves, it makes life a lot simpler. And when we have certain tasks that we need to accomplish and get done together, teamwork makes the dream work, guys, okay? All right, and this could be also somebody who is like, and I understand this concept, if you want a job done right, you got to do it yourself. My stomach is making so much noise. It's from the freaking coffee. Some say that's like the Reiki thing in your belly. Okay. The vagus nerve, I don't know. So someone feels defeated, okay? Like an being an opponent to you. Yeah, they're trying to argue with you, bicker and fight. 5'9", so they could be 59 or it's a Taurus energy. 5'9" could be really spotlighted. I also see 79 or 79. The 5 of Swords, who knows the most about you? It's like they're using, but I feel like they know everything. Like the truth has already been revealed. 7 of Swords in reverse. 5'10". This 5 of Swords, he's looking and seeing how someone is now stuck, not moving on. This is arguing, okay, about stuff. Let's see. The truth has come out. Now, your first unicorn was the centaur. Finding your centaur. Okay. Also, it talked about someone could be 73 or 73. Oh, we have 97 there as well. 97. Okay. Who knows the most about you? This one talked about kickboxing and or archery. I get a little Sag energy with this. I get a little Virgo energy. 99, 97, or someone being born in 99, 97. I don't know. Let's see what the 7 of Swords in reverse say. Okay, it's like some truth is coming out, or someone getting caught doing. I just see it as with this 7 of Swords, they were trying to free her. And we talked about it in the book. And maybe it is a need someone who rebrands themselves or need to rebrand. And all the any type of sneaky stuff, you know, has come to light, all right? 7 of Swords in reverse. The 10 of Cups is coming in afterwards. I'm also seeing that there is a lot of love and support in this home, this family. That someone doesn't need to take action or go somewhere. They don't want to travel. There's a lot going on, you know, in the home. A lot of stuff to be done there. Okay? Because the 10 of Cups is coming up next. I know this. So this is honesty. Maybe it's not what someone was hoping for. It's not what somebody wished for. But it's truth, okay? Because clarity with the 5 of Swords shows like a falling out, a disagreement with people, right? And it is these people that are kind of someone feeling like a heavy burden. Okay, Queen of Cups in reverse, King of Cups in reverse, the justice or legal stuff even. Maybe there is someone feels like they gotta be like this this neutral party in between, feeling stuck between, or there was some legal issues, or somebody is wanting to learn about this and someone else is arguing that that's not for it, like putting it down. Okay, because I see the 5 swords. I'm not going to read it because we need to get going quicker. But 7 of swords says the deception that you are experiencing, you or them, could be coming from within. Whether you feel like an imposter who does not belong due to self-doubt, or if you're trying to convince yourself that all is well when it's clearly not. A deep secret you are tired of hiding may be causing you guilt and shame. Confiding in a friend could lighten your load. And there was that skeletons in the closet. Okay. And look at all those skeletons. Okay. Let's see though. We have the 9 of Cups in reverse. So this isn't something that's, oh, King of Pentacles in reverse. 79 and 97 is there again. So somebody either being born in 79, 97. Oh, wow. Capricorn. Also maybe 7-9 Cancer sign, or 9-7 Virgo, because we have a King of Coins now in reverse. So weird enough, we definitely have some, I'm getting Cancer Virgo energy. Okay. This King of Coins in reverse is very money minded, very greedy, in a miser energy. 8 of Coins in reverse. Maybe it's because he doesn't work, or he doesn't have a job and he wants to argue about working, because 8 of Coins in reverse, he's not doing the work. Maybe this person also doesn't have a vehicle or a car. I don't know why. Ugh. And 8 of Coins. I also see 813 and 113 Capricorn. Now this could be another Capricorn, okay, whatever. I get a lot of Virgo energy. Could be Taurus, but we have 8 and 85. Some could be born in 85 or 85 Leo. 8 of Coins in reverse. So they're not doing the work, or they don't have a job. And they're playing a victim about it. Or they don't have income coming in. Why is it 10? This is some truth coming to light. Okay? Because we have clarity. Look, Ace of Swords going to go on top of 7 of Swords. 1-7. 1-13. 1-9 Capricorns. All right, this Camp Coins in reverse. Dang. Festivities today should only occur when you know you can afford it. Okay, this person can't afford this trip or this move. And you have set aside savings for tomorrow. There are both negative and positive aspects to money that may attempt to rule your thoughts. Keep your priorities focused on things money cannot buy, and you will not go astray. So this is that warning. Shouldn't be doing this because you can't afford it, or this person can't afford it. So that would be not a wise business move. That's how people, you know, they're not going to be at a 10 of Pentacles in life. If you don't have an income, you don't have a job. Yeah, with the 8 of Coins are in reverse, and someone else wants to fight and argue over it. Maybe they're hoping that somebody will just give them this, gift them this. So I'm getting also, like, if somebody isn't out looking or seeking to have a job or something, or stuff like this, or this is someone who has already retired in one aspect, saying, then do the work around the house. This is an adult, okay? This is an adult. This is not a child who doesn't have a job. 8 of Coins in reverse. Imperfections are part of the process, and dwelling too negatively upon them can be detrimental. Keep your eye on the bigger picture you're striving to paint. When you find yourself unable to make any progress and are dealing with defeatism, determine if the skill is actually necessary to reach your goal. It may be that you can find help from someone more experienced who is available to handle that aspect for you or teach you a new technique that you were unaware of. And it may be that somebody wants to, learn new skills, okay, or something like this. And right now, they're not actually bringing income in or something like this. But it's also, I'm also getting, that's left a heavy burden on someone else financially. Okay, let's see. Clarity and truth. 1-9 and 1-9, very specific. Capricorns, 1-15 on the clock as well. Okay, who rebrands himself the most? So this is interesting. The 9-9 and 39, 3-13 Pisces energy too. Look, she's in this cage here, but people can actually see she is a unicorn without there being a sense of manipulation on these bars, right? So this is when she is trapped in Mara Fortuna's carnival, okay? So clarity, truth, that this is not what somebody was hoping for, feeling stuck and trapped. This is also to protect. This is feeling like protection, defensiveness. Someone's been waiting patiently. 3 of Wands, we have more Wands. Okay, maybe someone does need to rebrand themselves. Maybe, 3 of Wands, someone's waiting patiently for this 10 of Coins, for this land, this property, for inheritance. Oh my gosh, it's like they feel like they're not going to work and they're just going to wait for inheritance. What? And that's why they're waiting. That means someone in your life dies. So you can just take what they worked for. 3-10 and 3-8, 38. 10 of Pentacles is there. And that's what I'm saying. So some people could also be retired. You know, they already have legacy. Now, maybe they received inheritance, or maybe this is their own land, their property. This is an interesting card because when I speak about this, King Haggard actually adopted. It's an adoption here. Prince Lear was adopted by King Haggard because so he would have an heir for all of his money, all his riches, his legacy, inheritance, land, property. 3-10. Very interesting. Over here, some clarity. There's been disconnection with someone who was a soulmate at one time. Some truth has come to light. Someone feels a disconnection. That there didn't feel like there was love there anymore, or that there was help. Okay. I want to read this 9 of Wands as well as the Ace of Swords. Now, this could be more in that second week, okay? Or this could still be some past energy. I'm going to the 9 of Wands first. A weeping maid peers at the caged unicorn on display, hands clutched close to her throat. The cold iron bars, anathema to her magic, prove to make the unicorn's prison inescapable. All the unicorn can do is bide her time, unaware that a glowing false horn has been placed upon her so that the carnival patrons can recognize her for what she truly is. There was never been a spell on her before, nor time she has not known. This is a significant setback on her journey, and she is sorely tested by it, but she must endure. Though the situation at hand may seem impossible, know that you are more resilient than you give yourself credit for. There is strength inside you yet, and your reward is just around the corner. Every test you pass only strengthens your resolve. Be assertive in communicating what you need and drawing firm boundaries with others in order to protect yourself. If you stumble, get back up and try again, right? And look, this is in patience. 3 of Wands is about patiently waiting for your ships to come in. There's something, an offer, there's something coming. Someone's on their way. I feel like they're coming to your home. Maybe you're asking for help. Maybe for some of you, it could be even like hiring some type of like cleaning service. I don't know, because I'm seeing the maid. I heard the maid. And this is even for the Empress in reverse energy. Okay. And then we have that Three of Wands next. And that's by that home energy, right? King Haggard gazes out resolutely towards the horizon where the sea blends seamlessly into the sky. His red cape billows behind him like the flames of the demonic Red Bull he commands. 3 upright spears surround him, which his hand firmly grips around the shaft of one, indicating how fiercely committed he is to his endeavors. The castle itself is a testament to all he already has achieved. And look, and then he has the 10 of coins as well. All he has achieved. The castle itself is a testament to all he has already achieved. He knows that the unicorns belong to him, but he must never, ever alert for new threats. He must be alert for new threats. However, he is confident he will conquer any obstacle. You've already found some measure of success, and the time may be ripe for you to venture further while your fort is secure in order to add to your investments. Your preparation in the past have paid off this far. Now you must seek new allies and opportunities. Stay as devoted as you already have been to your vision and keep watch for any obstacles or challenges that may be coming to you are not caught unaware. And then this 10 of Pentacles, which is, yeah. 2 men stand side by side with multiple overflowing piles of gleaming coins stacked in front of them. Their castle is luxuriously decorated with plush curtains, further alludes to their financial prosperity. Although Prince Lear is not the king's true son, they have come to understand one another and are family in their own peculiar way. Even if Haggard only took him in because he had never had a son before and hoped it would make him happy. Prince Lear, however, never loses his adoration for his adoptive father, despite their differences and disagreements. The riches you have toiled after for so long are finally yours, granting you the ability to relish that which you have earned. Needs are accounted for, leaving enough left over to even obtain and fulfill further desires and wants. Obtaining financial security allows you to begin forming a foundation for a home and a family, should you wish for them. Being able to provide for not only yourself but others you care for will bring bliss into your life. The need to better understand your heritage or ancestral traditions may become more prominent as you look to expanding your family. Right? And then we have that clarity of someone being, I feel like someone is saying there's this disconnect between, from a soulmate or someone who, and that's not always romantic. Soulmate can be a family member, a friend, where at one time you guys like got along, things were good, you had each other's back, and then something changed. The cups are empty. There's no more a sense of love and compassion, just duty, and also not helping each other anymore. Okay, that's the wands. Okay, I'm gonna keep moving quicker. Yeah, because the Ace of Cups is in reverse as well. And then we got that 2 of Cups in reverse. So let's see what it says. Some truth and clarity about this. It is vital to take the time to engage in love of self, lest you attract relationships that would be detrimental rather than beneficial. There may already be disharmonious relationship in your life that can be salvaged by opening up and trusting in one another. If the flow cannot be reestablished, the relationship may need to come to an end if you are not already drifting apart. All right, so that's truth and clarity. It's like somebody's speaking honestly about anything that was hidden in the shadows, like the 7 of Swords in reverse, Ace of Swords. 1-9. This might be in 1-2. 29. 2-9. Someone being 29 though. Okay. Where's the sword? Clarity and truth. In the depths of her woodland home, the unicorn gazes off into the distance with a contemplative expression. A double-edged sword bearing a golden crown serves as a reminder of the power of mind over matter. The hunter's remarks about the fate of her kind have pierced her with a sharp, sudden clarity. Her troubled thoughts are singularly focused and questioning. Is she truly the last? What happened to the others? Blessedly, the branches of olive and palm signify a peaceful, triumphant resolution. Mental fortitude will be valuable to you as you navigate this next phase in your life. You may have had or will have a recent epiphany about a problem that has been vexing you for some time. If an issue seems overly perplexing, seek the truth with earnest conviction and consider meditation or mediation even. This is an opportune time to begin a new venture. While you take advantage of this motivation to engage in intellectual pursuits, keep a firm image in your mind's eye of success and you will overcome any challenges. All right. So feeling disconnected, I see unapologetic. This could even be dealing with a child or something about your childhood. Feeling stuck and trapped, highly defensive. A page of wands. It could be a 9-year-old, okay, or a 2-year-old. I don't know. We have a page of cups in reverse or that empress in reverse. This is unapologetic, not unconditional love, unloving. I'm getting give it time. It's about divine timing and patience. 10-9 Libra, 10-13 Libra. So I'm being 29 or 2-9, even Aquarius, or 2 or a 9-year-old, 10-year-old. They could be acting like a spoiled brat about something, about a marriage or about religious beliefs, about a contract, a new commitment. We have the Wheel of Fortune, so good fortune is on its way. Divine timing, patiently waiting. A new contract, once again, 10-5 and 10-10. So we have the Hierophant. He has a key, right? A new beginning. I'm telling you, like, there is something here. You could be getting a raise. You could be getting a new bonus. You could be getting a land property contract. There could be a marriage on your property or about the legacy. I don't know, because Hierophant can also represent, of course, religion, a religious figure, making a commitment, a vow, a contract. But I see this as about land as well, or inheritance, property, a marriage. And then there's a new beginning, a financial beginning. Someone could get a raise, like I said, a huge gift, receive a loan, something like that. Okay? No way. And then there's going to be a celebration and a party. 1-3, 13th. 73 and 7-13, Cancer sign as well. Someone could be 73. This is even being patient and with your fortune in the future. What do you want? So there's this time of getting together and celebrating, something. It literally could be a birthday party because there's gifts involved. It could be a marriage celebration because we have the Hierophant. It could be, a get together with your friends and how far they've come together, really enjoying a good time here. Rebranding. I don't know. Okay. 7 of Pentacles. And then we have the Hangman. Someone is seeing a different perspective here, getting caught to see this other, to gain enlightenment about this religious belief or this contract, this commitment, this land, this legacy. We have Virgo, Taurus energy, Cancer sign as well. Maybe this is friends as well. This is about your investments and doing the work too. And trusting that, she is reflecting though as well on a celebration, a get together. So she started with 1 pentacle, a new opportunity to grow something, right? And then celebrating your achievements or get together, all right, whatever it is. And then she's reflecting on how far. Now she's at the 7 of coins, right? The time, the work. And then there's a pause again. about your commitment, what your values are, what you're committed to do. So this can just think about, this could be also about your money. What is something that you can commit yourself to, how you make your money, even your religious beliefs, your spiritual beliefs. Taurus represents that. Our own values, our morals, how we make our money, and how we spend our money. And looking at the details of it, seeing, also gaining this enlightenment and seeing all angles of the issues, seeing both sides of the story, the hangman, the harpy there. All right, so the cycle's not over because it just begun. It's only just begun. Okay, the world in reverse means that like there's something still in progress. This new beginning. Okay, the world in reverse. Then there is some sadness because this celebration is over. Maybe someone wants this cycle to end, or this book, this chapter of their life. But there is some depression or sadness here. Dealing with maybe that Empress in reverse or something like that. This transformation. The Emperor's upright in this one. Being patient, taking time, doing the work. Okay, but over here, someone's seeing this other perspective and recognizing that there was favoritism, people being treated differently. Also that somebody wasn't paying off their debts. They weren't generous, kind, or giving. And they're playing a victim about it instead of taking accountability. Okay? This has left someone a little stuck in their thoughts about this ending, this completion, overindulging. It could be some sad. For some of you, that King of Wands could be a Sag too, okay? Because we have Temperance in reverse. Someone could be 25. I'm also getting Aquarian energy, 214. It says Emperor could be 54. A Taurus energy, potentially, or 50 or 46. Okay. Temperance in reverse. So someone is not balanced in their thinking. So they could be in sadness, okay? He feels stuck in between, trying to make a decision. Someone could be overindulge, overspend. Oh, someone could have been very cruel and cutting with their words. King of Swords in reverse as well. Acting like they know it all. An Aquarius person. Weird. I got Aquarius Sag. Masculine. It could be a Libra or Gemini even. I don't know. At work, someone could have acted like they know more than others. Okay. Overly analytical, very cold and callous. But this is someone closed-minded who's unwilling to hear anyone else's opinion because they literally think that they are. This is one of my favorite things my husband said about someone like that, an Aquarius person we dealt with. Don't you know who I think I am? Okay. All right, but we have this star, and it doesn't have to be that, okay? Who rebrands themselves the most? Okay, wow. So there is a sense of trying to be hopeful and optimistic, a rising star. Maybe they're like a diva. I don't know. Even though somebody couldn't pay their debts off, or that they show favoritism. This person feels betrayed. This is where we get the Ten of Swords. This is a betrayer. Okay, maybe it had something to do with running. A race, not a rush. 10-2. 10-14. Libra. Capricorn. And 2-14. Something about Valentine's Day as well as maybe Aquarius or Libra. I shared, like, I feel like this came out before, and it reminded me of, trying to get some of my neighbors or friends and different people to do, like, some 5Ks with me or do different things like that to stay active and stuff. And, see, I think that this person thinks they one up, and that's how you make it in this world. It's not about, this person thinks that they could be very worldly and not believe in spirit. I don't know, only believe in uh, the facts and evidence, but they're actually missing some type of wisdom, some higher guidance. Huh. All right. And yeah, it's like for some of you, I think that that person is a Sag. Interesting. Now, if you guys are a Sag or this person feels betrayed, they think that they're too good to do, chores around the house or help others. Don't you know who I think I am? Oh, I can't peel potatoes. This is where there was a sense of feeling betrayed, backstabbed. Okay, we have the Death in reverse, Scorpio Sag. And this person is part of your family. That's been really cutting, cruel, and rude. And this person has not transformed. They haven't changed. 1014, 1013, even Libra. This could be a Libra or something that happened with that time. Then we have 1010 and Libra Aquarian energy. 1017. And then we have the sun on top of the star. So bringing hope, optimism that things can be healed. There's a lot of love and support. And these people take it for granted and cut others down. Whose room do you think is the messiest right now? The Sun's? The Leos. It's probably yours, Capricorn. Just be honest. I'm just kidding. Yeah. 1019. It's probably Libra. Is that what Libra say? A lot of Libra energy. Maybe they have Aquarian energy in their chart too. I don't know. Then we got Leo energy. The Sun. 19. What brings happiness and joy? Hope, optimism into the future. There's a lot of love and support that people aren't seeing. The sun and the stars. Leo Aquarius, that's so weird. Then we have High Priestess intuitively knows that someone's a betrayer, that someone feels betrayed. All right. And so they're emotionally detaching from the situation. Right? You or them. And a family member. 810, 83. Damn. Yeah, by a family member. There could have been a third party. There could have been other people involved in a relationship. Someone that's heartbroken, emotionally detaching. 28, 213, 28. At that new moon cycle. This could be at the very end of the month, the new moon in Taurus, flower moon, or even further on into that May. Okay, we have the Three of Swords. 310 is there again, and 318. So a lot of Piscean too. 810 Leo, 83, 83. Someone's heartbroken and now, and they're trying to heal. So emotionally detaching and trying to heal, like heartbreak. And maybe it had to do with relationship, okay? And the rest of the family being like assholes. I don't know. Not compassionate, not understanding. Someone could be, I see 319. I also see 37. Someone could be 37. All right, someone is looking at their options right now, right? But all that brings hope, or they're in a bit of an illusion. Someone's shining light on what brings this person happiness, or someone's looking to find this healing, this hope, this optimism, this joy. So trusting intuition. Someone has been juggling. Once again, this is somebody, maybe they have been juggling, looking at other people's options. Like that did come through a little bit here. Okay, but this is also multitasking and doing what you need to do to get out of feeling regrets. 28, 24. The 28th or the 24th even, okay, of the month. No longer feeling regrets or feeling boredom and apathy. All right. Yeah, I feel like the heartbreak was from these words that were spoken. Cruel, cursing, cussing. Knight of Swords in reverse. Oof. Um or slanderish or gossipy, okay? Eight of Wands or third party intermingled. Yeah, the devil. Someone trying to control someone with fear, with addictions, lust. Okay, someone is like, you blocked communication with this person because they're just rude, so you don't talk to them anymore, or that's the message to block. And this person is looking at their options. So when someone gets caught doing something, they always try and flip it around and justify. You know, or someone else is doing that too. Eight of Wands is like blocking that communication, not taking action. Because this person is living in a bit of an illusion. I see them as they were looking at other options. We have the Devil upright though. And the Queen of Wands. Are you kidding me? In reverse. Okay. So this is definitely a lusty. This is a lust addiction, pornography. Okay, these are the feminines that need attention. In this dynamic, this Queen of Wands in reverse with the Devil upright, someone trying to control someone with lust. Okay, someone intuitively knows that this person is still doing this. They're lying. Like they've been found out or caught before. Someone's multitasking. 15 different times or something. I don't know. Or 15. They're looking at something that's not appropriate. Okay, I'm just saying. The Devil energy. And the Queen of Wands in reverse. Okay, this is why someone would intuitively just detach emotionally. This could even be why this other feminine energy is feeling unabundant with herself. It's causing a woman who has children, because you have children, you have babies. It changes your body, your physiology, your hormones. And then you got someone else looking at, now these are the lusty ladies who probably don't have children, or they're a sex worker. They're trying to get money. And it's affected this other woman's self-esteem. So, damn. Knight of Coins. Or they've been flirting with somebody else or something. There's some lust addiction with this Queen of Wands in reverse. Or controlling to get attention. She's literally attention whore. Or I told you there was a secret naughty affair or something. And it could be, I don't know. This person is doing that for money and attention. Like, it's not for love at all. Oh, Capricorns, when we compare people like a steak or a hamburger, well, it's like, I'm gonna tell you, ladies, these type of men that are like that, and these type of ladies, they don't look at you like you're anything more than a sexual object. A wham bam, thank you, ma'am. And so it's the wrong way about going about, finding love. This person lacks self-love as well. And they're confused ultimately. And ultimately they're doing something. They're selling themselves. They're selling their soul. Yeah, you're like a notch on their bedpost or something. I don't know. You're like and the women seem to think that they're having some control over men with their lust. Trust me, it's short lived. Um, well, you know, and they compare, they talk about you like meat. You're just a fucking piece of meat. These are people just living in the flesh. They're empty, dark souls. There's nothing there. And it's sad. They actually have some weird, they're being controlled. Some, we might say they're being controlled by a demonic entity, but they actually are the demonic entity. Huh. Most of the time there's going to be some type of drugs involved with things like this too, with sex workers, because something has to happen to make you lose your self-respect, that you don't care about your temple, because your body's your temple. So I always say, you know, have some class and cover that ass, okay? Look for the signs. And somebody else is like really cruel and cutting, okay? But they're like, talk dirty. They talk about them. This is like thinking that they, I don't know. It's just, so be patient with yourself moving forward. Look for the signs. Knight of Coins. He's kind of turned his back on this shit right here. Okay. This Knight of Coins. I'm waiting for the truth to come out. I feel like no longer communicating with this person or them, just seeing what the moon in reverse. So true emotions coming forth. This person's confused of lover and devil. Wow. Who do you think you are most similar to? The lover or the devil? This person thinks that someone might have married. They think that this is love. Oh. They love the devil. I don't know. They have a fucking contract with the devil. What the fuck? Okay. The lovers and the devil. This person refuses to rest and do their healing. Up all night, sleep all day. 64. Born in 64, the age of 64. That's some crazy shit right there. So it can be, and this lady sometimes can be somebody that is actually not attractive, but they need some attention, so they're gonna put themselves out there. She could also, or someone else is 64 recognizing this, or 64 Gemini, because there's definitely some Gemini. Okay, she could be a Gemini even, or you could be. We have the Hermit in reverse with this Knight of Coins. So I'm getting a lot of Virgo energy. You could be dealing with a Virgo as well. She could be a Virgo. This person is trying to come back around after taking a long trip away. They're gonna, I'm saying someone's gonna show up late to the party, okay, or late to your house. They're taking the long way home. Super tramp, take the long way home. Then they're gonna come in all romancing the stone here with an apology, a love, sorry I'm late. All right, okay, these true emotions coming forth. Oh, the kids were this and that, and the kids were this and that. This other person doesn't want children, or they think children are to be controlled. Page of Coins in reverse. This lover wants somebody to. So that's the thing. Or they could have messed around, and they want this other person to get rid of a baby that, okay. Or they're trying to hold someone back. They're definitely, yeah. Page of Coins in reverse. Someone is at a crossroads. I feel like a decision was made. The choice was made. Someone did something, and there's no turning back now. And they refuse to take accountability. They refuse to rest and do their healing work. That's it's not your problem. You can't force people to change, to see the error in their ways, but you can tell them to fuck off and enjoy their life. You know, because they're having a good time playing with the devil. So fuck it. You know. Eight of Swords. I get it. Someone being 29, 28. 11-9 Scorpio, 11-8 Scorpio. Okay, someone's gonna get caught. They feel stuck and trapped. I feel like that's what they're gonna say. Like, they're coming back home. They were feeling really caught and trapped in their thoughts about something. Okay, wow, and then we have judgment. They're having an awakening. They took some time alone. Who are you likely to see in hell? Danzig. I'm all Danzig. And mother, tell your children not to walk my way. Tell your children not to hear my words, what they mean, what they say. Mother. So you want to find hell with me? This could be a stepmother even. I don't know. She actually could be a Queens of Wandsy in reverse. Now, that's a different message for different people. Like, I've shared this before. My stepmom, such a fucking hoe. Yeah. Cheating fucking hoe. Yeah. Someone's having an awakening, though, getting a second chance, right? Okay, they're coming in, potentially apologizing or doing a romantic offer. Someone who does not want a new beginning. They don't want, I'm just, this fool. Ugh. In reverse. Okay, someone did something foolish. This person is all about their wand. So Ace of Cups is down, but Ace of Wands, they took action with their wand. That's all they're interested in is sex. Okay, and they could be an Aries. I'm just saying, I gotta put it out there. No, they don't have, I got Sag there too, but it doesn't have to be. The Fool in reverse with the Ace of Wands upright. Page of Coins, someone's trying to stop. I just get they want to control children, or they want to. These are people who very advocate for you know, I'm all for having free will and choice, okay, regarding your physical body, okay? If that's, if something happens and you are raped or incestual stuff, or I know this is gross, but in a pregnancy happens or something, but this person uses abortion as birth control because it's also because they're a sex worker. So of course there's going to be unwanted pregnancies. Plan B, I guess. I don't know. But I'm just... choices were made. Someone did something fucking foolish. And they were thinking... So dudes or ladies. So this person was only thinking with their wand about their passion. All right. And this is someone you might have known for a long time. 1-8 Capricorn, 1-6 Capricorn. Also see 11-8 and 11-6 Scorpio. Okay, someone is caught in their thoughts regarding the nostalgia and remembering. There's still a lot of love. There's someone in your family, though. Because you got the 6 of Cups and the 10 of Cups. They're remembering good times as well. I don't know. There's a lot of good nostalgia. So, but there's a disconnect from an alternate lover. An obsessive lover. Now we have a lover in reverse. So someone is having an awakening. 6-20 and 6-6. Cancer sign. Maybe it's like Lana Del Rey. I don't know. Whatever. This lover in reverse. Breaking free from this person. Maybe someone's finally getting away from them. Escaping. I don't know. Judgment. Being released. Letting this person go. Being released. That's creating a tower moment. This person gonna go through a tower for something foolish that they did, and they're gonna feel very unvictorious. Okay, this is kind of a walk of shame. I'm just saying, this new passion, someone's not gonna be victorious overcoming because the tower is coming in, and someone from your past definitely could be coming quickly in. Knight of Wands, as a rescue, as a warrior energy. All right, that's your final message, Capricorns, working with the unicorns. All right, thank you all so very much. In your next one, we're going to get some messages from the fairy godmother and work with the fairy oracle and the mystic fairies. All right, thank you so much, Capricorns. Bye-bye.